Welcome to Smash Writing. I am Paul. This is Justin, and today, go ahead, because this movie is just completely something else.
Big Trouble in Little China.
Oh my God!
This is wonderful.
So bad it was good.
Oh, we start off with Lopan. Oh, not Lopan. Egg. He's talking to a lawyer.
Yeah.
He's going over what happens. He proves that magic is real, first off, because the lawyer ain't believing it. And then he starts off the story of Jack Burton. Pork Chop express himself.
And here's the thing. The movie, he starts off with Egg saying that, they value Jack Burton.
Yeah, because he showed courage and...
But then, he showed courage, but that's the only thing he fucking did.
Yeah, that's all you need is... We'll get into more of that later. But he shows up in Little China. He's got a delivery kind of deal. He's hanging out with his friend Wong. And
Wong Chang.
It's right there on the board.
I know, but yeah, Wong.
Wong ends up losing a lot of money to Jack. He's like, "Oh,
and even though they're friends, Jack takes that gambling serious.
I would. Are you kidding me? That's like $2,200 he owes.
No, it's $1,100. No.
Plus two.
Oh yeah, that's right. It's over $2,000.
Yeah. And he won't let Wong even leave. He's like, no, I'll take you to the airport. You're coming with me. Get in the truck. And what's happening is Wong's going to go pick up his girlfriend who's coming from China. He finally saved up enough money to bring her over. And they're going to pick her up. But when they get there, the one gang is trying to kidnap the one woman. Jack gets involved. He gets beat up. And they kidnap the wrong girl. They kidnap Wong's girlfriend.
Yeah.
And they try to chase him down. They chase him all the way into China.
God, this is...
Little China. And they drive into this funeral procession from this one gang. And it kicks off a big gang war between these rival gangs.
I can't.
And then thunder, lightning, and rain show up, the gods. And they start flipping around, throwing knives.
And they're going after everybody.
They're just going after everyone. And Jack
this is supposed to be a good and evil fight, and they just randomly show up and start killing both sides.
Well, it's a gang war. They're at war with each other.
Oh my
God. But Jack tries to drive through the crowd, and he ends up driving through Lopan.
Yeah.
He's like this god among these Agronauts. Lopan is the big one. He blinds Jack, and Wong manages to get him out there, but they lose the truck. It's just important they lose the truck. So they manage to get back to the restaurant, and Jack's on the insurance. And
you get $6,000 a year from me.
You get $6,000 a year. What do you mean? My claims number, it's in the glove department.
And then Gracie, who Jack sees first.
Yeah, Grace is at the airport. She
randomly just shows up there.
Well, she's been working the story for a while. She recognizes them and knows where they're going to go.
Okay. Jesus. This movie was over the top that I lost focus on it.
It is great. Yeah, she knows where everyone is because she's been working on the Lopan story and has been through Little China and recognizes Wong. But she shows up and they get Jack to go to the whorehouse, I guess.
Yeah, I guess so.
And he's posing as this nerdy guy. He does such a great job posing as Henry Swanson or Swanson. Yeah. Henry Swanson's the name. Fun is my game. But just as he's about to get in there, because they know that she's got green eyes, so he's standing around trying to find the woman with green eyes.
But then both Wong's girlfriend and Gracie has green eyes.
Yeah.
That's because the Lopan.
Lopan. You find out as you go along. They eventually get captured, and you meet Lopan, who's this frail old man. And he pretty much tells her he has to get married and sacrifice the green-eyed dragon lady to appease the demon so he can be free of the curse.
Jesus Christ.
And all hell breaks loose.
This movie was all hell. Yeah, they kept at... It went to the point where they were just adding shit on. They were probably filming, and they were like, you know what? Add this in. That's funny, too. The story pretty much just falls off the head. There is no story at this point.
Well, that is the main story. They're trying to get the girl back.
That's
and
the
Gracie's trying to bring down Lopan because she's been working on this article trying to expose him for what he is. And you get like, these ancient gang rivalries and feuds and curses. And at the very end, after not doing anything in this movie, Jack ends up, someone chucks a knife at him or something. Jack catches it and throws it back at Lopan and kills Lopan. Thunder explodes in a ball. And everything ends happily ever after. And Jack goes about on his way. Not knowing that wild man is hidden in his truck.
Yeah, he gets his truck back. Did Wong ever pay him? Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
And then he doesn't even kiss Gracie goodbye.
Yeah. Gracie wants to go with him, but he's alone. He rolls alone. Just the greatest. Jack's an American hero. He should be the guy on the dollar bill.
Jesus Christ.
We got to get rid of some of these controversial figures. Put Jack on the dollar bill. Hashtag Jack Barton for the dollar bill.
Don't.
Have that flashing on the screen, Justin. Remember that, Justin.
You don't watch them exactly like that.
No, but I'll see me pointing at myself and I'll be like, oh, fuck, I forgot.
Okay.
This is wonderful. Just wonderful.
The story was so over the top.
You know, it's so simple, like, the premise, though, that you were able to go over the top. Because at the core of it, it's just save the woman.
Yeah. And like I said, it was so over the top that, like, they were throwing this element in. Like, I did not think, okay, here's the truth. Here's the thing. I didn't think it was going to go the way it did.
Well, it's because I didn't tell you anything about it.
Yeah.
I said watch Big Trouble in Little China.
Like, 2 months ago when we were making all these fucking lists of movies to do and record and everything else like that, I've always heard this movie. Obviously, I know about Kurt Russell. Great actor. Across the decades. He goes, well, we're going to review Big Trouble in Little China. I'm like, okay.
You're expecting him to have all these cool action fight sequences, weren't you?
It started off that way. Like, and that, you know, like, I think, like, for my opinion of the film, when the story just blows up, like, just adding shit on, is at that alleyway.
Yeah.
Because I'm going there, I'm like, oh, shit. You know, him gambling with his friend, okay, that's simple, whatever. While they're driving down the alleyway, and, you know, he's explaining the good side, and then he sees Jack sees the bad side, and Wong's telling him all this, and you're like, oh, they went deep in this dimension. Okay, the story's solid for me for there. And then they just fucking start whipping out guns and shooting each other.
I love that, like, you get all these, like, the sticks and the blades, and then Thunder and Rain show up, and you're like, oh shit, they just pull guns and open fire.
And my reaction was to that scene was, as soon as they show up, I'm like, who the fuck are these guys? Like, wait a minute. I'm thinking, because I watched it, you know, literally the night before we were recording this video, and I'm thinking to myself, like, did I, like, fall asleep? Did I miss a scene? Like, it went from, you know, oh, he's explaining these good and bad evil gangs, and then boom, these three come on, but then they're fucking firing it all, and the good and bad guys are now fighting them.
Yeah.
And then Lopan shows up, and I'm like, what the fuck?
What is it? Is like, we're all living through Jack. Because he doesn't know either. And he's just there along for the ride. Our character to live through is Jack. And that would be me. Run into a room to try to be helped, knock himself out on a falling rock.
And then do one good thing.
Well, you know what? That makes so much sense in the movie, though. They set that up at the beginning of the movie.
What, his reflexes?
His reflexes. Like when he tries to cut the bottle and he catches it as it flies. They set him up to be a reflex kind of guy if you got his...
Well, they even did that in the very beginning when he's driving.
Yeah.
Because he says it's all in the reflexes.
All in the
he's drinking and eating and driving.
But they set that stage up and foreshadowed that the one thing Jack is good is when he's reflective. If you get his reflexes in, he's really good.
What the twist in that element for me is that so much happened in the middle of the film from that scene that you forget that the one thing he's going to be do is just and kill. And you text me, you're like, the movie's good because it's the action star that does nothing.
It does nothing. He's loud, he's crude, he has a heart of gold though.
Yeah.
He's always trying to help.
He means
but
well.
he is hopelessly outclassed by everyone around him. Until the one thing he can do is engaged. It's set off. He can reflect.
All right, so we're having fun with the plot. So that's the story. That's the plot.
I love the actors and actresses in this movie. I think everyone does really well. Especially like Victor Wong and James Hong as Egg and Lopan. Those are great.
Then you got Kurt Russell as Jack. I think we
Yeah.
touched upon that. Dennis, is that Dennis?
Dennis
Dennis Durr?
Dunn.
Dunn? God, your writing sucks.
Yeah, I've seen yours, buddy.
As Wong.
They are great.
Once again, you go back to plot, like you feel like you slept on him because he's this small, nerdy
Yeah.
guy, and then he's the baddest fighter of everybody. Like, he's going hand to hand with everybody, but then he goes back to letting Jack think he's the leader.
Yeah.
Like, if Wong didn't want to pay Jack, Wong would just kick his ass.
Yeah. Well, Jack is just such a larger-than-life character that you
Yeah.
follow him.
And he's
Even
been,
like Wong, too, like, the larger-than-life confidence and bravado of Jack can get people to follow him.
yeah.
And even like Wong to a point, like, he'll follow Jack. He knows Jack's gonna get his ass kicked, but Wong can help him there.
Now, the thing is, like, with this film, I do think we talked, it's more of a parody.
Yeah.
Not, like, probably an outright parody.
No.
But-
It's more homage than parody.
But it is designing itself not to be taken seriously.
I take it seriously.
I know you do.
Jack Burton's a hero. Put him on the dollar.
Of course, you think he's a hero.
I'm obsessed with this now. It's not going
And
away.
what year did this come out? Like 87?
86, I believe.
86, 87? Yeah. I think, like,
86.
86. Kurt and Dennis, said Wong was there. Victor Wong was there. That's fine.
No. James Hong and Lopan, when Jack is tied to the chair, and those two are going back and forth. He's telling him the story of the green-eyed woman. And he's like, Jack's like, oh, I get it, sure. Or else, first class into the nut house, crazy guy.
the jokes are there. Like, the comedy was no doubt.
The back and forth between Hong and Russell were just so good.
Yeah.
I liked Kim Cattrall's portrayal about Gracie Law, too.
I thought that was stiff. But once again,
Yeah.
I'm looking at it, like, I'm saying, most times when you're talking about a film, like, oh, the performance was stiff, that's a bad thing.
Yeah.
But with this being, more towards the parody side, that's the joke.
Again, she's really trying her best effort to be this reporter and to get this story. And she was like Jack, she's over her head. She has no idea. She's just scraping the top of what's going on.
Yeah. Yeah, so let's go ahead and...
S tier, fuck off.
Jesus! he goes S tier right off the bat.
This is great. Every moment of it, fan-fucking-tastic.
This video is not for fucking kids, that's for sure.
No, we never are.
No. Okay, so...
Just wait till your child is born.
That's right, if you can't see my shirt...
I'm absolutely going to make sure that kid's first word is fuck.
I hope not. Yeah, if you couldn't see my shirt, me and my wife announced...
See it over your stomach.
Shut up. Me and my wife has announced that we are expecting our first child. Baby girl named Samantha Rose. Now, I don't
Or
like
even more to that.
to,
No originality. None.
we did that for our mothers.
None.
But that's the only bit that I like to talk about my personal life because it's a big deal to me. Now, back to the movie.
There are no I have no negatives.
If this is like...
If
this is more towards a parody, like you're saying, like, yeah, this is, and it's fantasy and all of that, then I'm going to give it A+. If you're going to tell me this was meant to be something serious, then I would give it a D. But I do think they were going my first way, so I am giving this film A+.
So this is everything that I want. This is everything I want in a movie that's not a horror movie. It's just a fun movie. It's got great fight scenes. It's funny moments. It's got good actors and actresses. Everyone is out there just, we're going to make this movie work.
And they did. I said, so as long as they, I mean, obviously this is, its legacy is cemented. I am.
It took a while. This movie failed when it came out.
Yeah, I did the trivia info to find out. You know, it was a failure, but then it got a cult following, and
As it should. You should all be ashamed of yourselves for not going to see this movie. We're going to be talking about that again later this month.
but
Failures of people not going to the movies.
I'm giving it an A plus. I thought the laughs were there. I thought the chemistry was there. I thought the over the top sequences were there enough to make a great parody film, and I think that's what they did great. Rewatching power, I don't know if for me, I don't know if I could.
I'll be watching this now.
He can. I would say it does have rewatching ability. Just don't know how much. But either way, I'm giving it an A plus. Until next time.
From the Pork Chop Express.
Bye bye.